The Harbor Community Benefit Foundation our mission is to really support and enhance the quality of life of residents, the residents of Wilmington and San Pedro, again, the port adjacent and the near port communities, and the impact that they receive on the impact on those communities from the goods movement industry. So shipping, rail, heavy duty trucking. And we support by making grants into the community, and then also for technology, cleaner technology demonstrations, so that we can really get toward and move toward a zero emissions industry.
Hi, I'm Kat Janowicz. I wear multiple hats. I am a CEO and president of Ecotech, a strategic consulting company operating in transportation and energy. I serve on the boards of multiple trade organizations. I'm the author of Chasing Zero, the story how the busiest and the cleanest ports, the ports of LA and Long Beach, reduced emissions and reshaped industries, and in their ongoing quest for clean air. For the Harbor Community Benefit Foundation, I serve as a technical consultant, and I help translate the difficult technical terms and jargon into something that is more understandable and digestible by the regular people living and breathing in this community.
Perfect. That's good.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sean Kearns. I'm here today on behalf of Congresswoman Nanette Barragan, and we're here today at the Providence Wellness Center in Wilmington to discuss the EPA Clean Ports Program and hear from our community members about what they'd like to see accomplished through this program. The EPA Clean Port Program is a new, first-time, unprecedented, one-time opportunity to really invest in the health and the economic advancement of our community. It's the first ever federal program entirely dedicated to port decarbonization, and it was established through the Inflation Reduction Act and modeled off of a program that was first developed in the Congresswoman's Climate Smart Ports Act. We really hope that all our folks and community members here in Wilmington come out to share their priorities of what they'd like to see achieved through this program, share their concerns, and let's work together to bring home this transformative investment to our communities. I'd like to give a shout out to Mike Carrera from Harbor Speaks for being here to capture the event. Thank you all.
Thank you. This is your name, your title,
Okay.
and what you're going to do today.
Okay. I'm Renee Castro. I'm the principal for Facilitation Corps. And what I'm going to do today, I'm going to be the lead facilitator for this town hall, which means I help to structure the agenda, and I'm going to help to lead the dialogue today.
Okay,
That's it, yeah. I want to say I'm really inspired by the work of Harbor Community Benefit Foundation, and just really proud to support their efforts to invest in the community, clean up the port, and empower the community.
My name is Jesse Marquez. I've been a lifetime resident for Wilmington. I'm 73 years old. I'm also the founder and executive director of the Coalition for a Safe Environment. We are now a 23-year organization, and we're one of the first environmental justice organizations here in the harbor area, dealing with port, freight transportation, and then petroleum industry issues and impacts on the Wilmington and harbor communities. Today's meeting, from my understanding, the Port of Los Angeles is going to be applying for several different grants. And what's happened in California, as well as the United States, under the President Biden's directives for environmental justice, every funded project now must have a community component to it. So regardless of what you're going to purchase, the community must be there to support it. And that is one of the issues, because the Port of LA has made enemies of every environmental organization, every environmental justice organization here in the LA Harbor as well as in the Long Beach Harbor. And so now they're talking to the Harbor Community Benefit Foundation. Well, what people don't know is I am one of the members and founders of the Harbor Community Benefit Foundation, and that came about as a result that we were getting ready to file a CEQA environmental lawsuit against the Port of LA on one project, and then what happened, there was a pre-court settlement. And in that settlement, that's how we created the Harbor Community Benefit Foundation, and the monies would be coming from this new project of some of the terminals charging like a $5 fee for each container that come in. Well, after years, that adds up to millions of dollars of funding, community-type projects dealing with environment, public health, and safety. So today, the Harbor Community Benefit Foundation is sponsoring the meeting, and from my understanding, without having read anything and talked to anybody, is that the Port of LA wants the Harbor Community Benefit Foundation to work with them in funding projects in the community.
provide additional match as well. Now, again, exact details of that haven't been fully refined as that program pulls out, but we're going to be looking at significantly more than that 20% bare minimum match share. The terminals are providing at least 20%. There will be more coming in from other sources as well. And again, as that refines out, we'll be happy to share more about what the final full project dollars looks like. But to the broader point about the down payment, it's really important to recognize this is a big step, but it's one big step on the journey towards electrification.
Historically, never want to do anything. They will always exaggerate everything, so it discourages you to want to accept it or support it. Oh, we're going to get stuck with our taxes going up and everything else. So it's one of their political things that they do to manipulate correct information be distributed to the public. So Hcbf, we want to make sure we have 100% accurate information. We don't want to get it 2-3 days before the deadline, so we have time to review it. There are community organizations in the harbor. There are individuals in the harbor. We are experts on these technologies.
As our own grant writing team, and that we are meeting weekly with the port's grant writing team every step of the way. We're reviewing this application every step of the way. And Kat, who is the technology consultant for Hcbf, she advises we don't have the expertise in the technology. So we've got one of the best experts in the region. She's on those calls as well.
They don't have our survey, they're not an expert.
She's on those calls as well, right? And so I just want to let you know that we're doing, just so that you know that we're viewing the process every step of the way.
Like I said, the reason we need the transparency
And Jesse, also,
is that who are your resources of information? Because we take pride in doing ours as well. So we're talking to companies and their sales reps, their vice presidents, and they give us status and photos of what they're doing. We are the ultimate source that I'm aware of in the United States that publishes this monthly thing.
Every terminal is talking about yard tractors, top hangers, and I understand that in the context of the 2030 deadline. But in terms of emission inventory, cargo handling equipment is not the big ticket item. I understand that ocean-going vessels are off before office considerations, but you mentioned that it was eligible to look at drayage trucks, it was eligible to look at locomotives. So is the court looking at them, and why not if they're not? Because those are a bigger part of the problem.
The short answer is there will be a detailed emissions analysis of what this project will bring specifically. There will be an ongoing evaluation process, both pre-application as to how that's going and what can we do to expand that, what would make sense, make sure this is the best we can do in this current within the next month. And then I think it's really important to kind of underline the check-in element of these projects, because promising to spend $500 million on 5 different major projects plus a 6th one, that's a separate kind of thing. It's going to be a long road.
Jacob has the answer to that emissions reduction tomorrow. He's celebrating Passover, but we will have that answer for you tomorrow at our weekly, because this application is going so quickly. So we're just trying to be online every week on Friday at noon to just ask these questions, get these updates, and we're only going to do it from
a one solution. I think that electric is the first step, and that that's what our advocacy is going towards now. But yeah, I think just community vision and community well-being is also shifting our focus towards not completely advocating on shifting the industry itself.
Comment I'll make. The emissions from trucks and motor vehicles are not the only source of health concerns. The emissions associated with the rubber tires hitting the road, the abrasion, the frictional responses associated with moving that vehicle down the road, and the other, in this case, of trucks, other lubrication.
Limpio. ¿Qué es para usted un puerto limpio?
Un puerto limpio, pues sin que hubiera tanto
tanto troque pasando, tanto contaminación, de verdad, y ruido. La verdad que sí hay muchas emisiones que se oyen. Entonces sí es necesario disminuir todo esto y tener un ambiente limpio, ¿verdad? Para evitar tantos problemas de salud que nos afectan también, nos han afectado.
No, todavía no terminamos.
Eso
que...
Okay, in my opinion,